technology comes out, and then all of these beautiful ideas come out, and then people want to start running before actually putting down a practical, real work case scenario, which is just a basic thing,
Just
right?
payments, a basic thing.
Just payments. So, and I can appreciate that, and that's what you're focusing on. You're focusing on just, let's fix this payments problem. Nothing else, right? Where that's not to say that these other ideas don't have merit, right? The idea of full digital economy that is linked to, and I'll speak from my experience. In this year, I've needed to be involved in cases related to the government. There's so much paperwork and this massive overhead, and you walk into the government's office and there's just files and papers, and people are lost. There's too little people, understaffed, and backlogs, and it's clunky. Where digitalization, creating a proper digital environment where a lot of these things can be automated, and the way you store, let's keep it basic. Why have a piece of paper or file with so much paper that's physically stored that can wear and tear and get lost and fade? Just put that on a digital place.
I agree with the digital part. I don't know if I agree with the blockchain part. So do that. It might create more problems than benefits. That's the point. Because
you're saying to verify the documents that are sitting on a blockchain and are linked to, because you mentioned, right, the block is data. It doesn't have to be specifically a transaction.
Exactly.
So a file that is a title deed of an apartment or a house can be stored on one of these blocks, and that's its verification. Are you saying that maybe is not necessary? Just have that file.
So it needs to be centralized to work. Yeah. So if we remove ourselves from one central entity into another,
okay,
it might make our lives a bit easier. Yep. But what happens if the blockchain gets hacked, or your wallet gets hacked? It needs to be even more centralized than it should be, for someone not to have access to your wallet, because a lot of wallets get hacked every day. I cannot imagine how many. So if you have your title deeds on your wallet and then I hack you and steal it, who owns the real estate? So if it's going to be done, because blockchain, you can do that on the Bitcoin blockchain, by the way. Yeah. If you have important documents, just pay the $10, $20, $30 of fees, and just stamp it on the Bitcoin blockchain. You can do that. You cannot do it as easy as it should be. Yes. Yeah. But it will be very easy to do that. Title deeds, your will, any important documents should be on the most decentralized and secure blockchain. And if you are like me, that I don't have 100% trust on the government, let's say, and banks and all these authorities. I trust no one. That's the point of the Bitcoin network, to trust no one. To trust the code and math. That's it. Math never lies. I would use the Bitcoin blockchain. Let's hope I will, and my company will try to build something for that in the future. Not now. People are not ready for that. The government is not ready for that. Especially the land registry is not ready for that. They got hacked 6 months ago. I don't remember. They got hacked. What tells me that their blockchain will not be hacked?
If they're centralized.
Yeah, it's centralized now.
So
the system is centralized now, and they got hacked. How do I know? That's why I have a bit of a problem with. But I know that people will create new blockchains for different purposes. Yeah, I know some of them will work and people will use them at some point. I don't know if they will use them consistently, but they will use them for some things. Yeah, I can understand that. People will create NFTs. They will create tokens. Some people will use it. Some people will not. They will create digital worlds and the metaverse and stuff like that. It will help some people with some things, but Bitcoin will help 8 billion people have property rights. Okay, if you put it on a balance, I prefer to actually work with that and give my life to this rather than this. That's my point. I'm not saying that everything is, we should just throw it in the garbage. Some use cases will be found. Yes. As we break things and move on, some use cases will be found. Yes.
Thank you for watching. If you liked that video and you want to watch the full episode, it's available here. Remember to like, subscribe and share. It helps the channel.